Yeah. Okay, we're good. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy October 26th, 2025. Good to see everyone. Welcome back. Got the lives or the big screen running here so I can see the comments. Much easier on my old eyes. Let's see who's jumping in here right away. And we'll get going. Chris Olson's on here. Joe 205 on here. Browski J. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. Loud and clear. Always on the spot, Jim. I do appreciate that. Phil Sitar, good to see you. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll let a few more people jump on, and we'll start talking. That's what everybody wants, right? Just me talking. How you guys watch us, to be honest with you. I tell people that all the time. I get people all the time, like, hey, I watch the show. I run into people at a restaurant or at Meijer or anywhere where I'm at. And say, hey, really love the show. Thanks for all you do. And I do appreciate that. Don't get me wrong. Very much so. But, man, I tell about everybody. Like, I don't know how you guys watch me. I about put myself to sleep. I try to watch myself on, I'll watch it later on to see how I did, how bad I did. And I'm always like, man, I don't know how anybody watches me on this thing, but appreciate you being here either way. Huey Merrill's on here. Dave Robbins on here from Black Sheep Lures. Good to see you, Dave. Dan, the Mattress Man, is on here, the moderator of the channel. Thanks for being here, Dan. As always, if I miss anything, Dan will always handle the business for me. So thank you, Dan. Very much appreciated. Mitch is on here. Mitch Leach, good to see you. Good evening back to you. Evans Loss is on here. CNC FXSTB, evening back to you. Let's take the poll before we go any further, okay? We have a 4-part poll for tonight. How you felt about the 2025 salmon season. I don't know where you're at or anything, so I just left it general. But you got 4 options. It absolutely rocked. It was great, but I've seen better. Slightly disappointed next year. And last option is I'm ready to sell my boat and gear. And I have one person that took that option. And Huey Merrill jumping in with a super chat. Thanks, Hugh, man. You were like always in there, dude. You're good. You're just good. Thanks, Hugh. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, 33 votes on the poll so far. Let's get that thing stacked up there if we can. In the lead right now, I like the second option. It was great, but I've seen better. And, I'm right on the cusp of that also. Like, last year was so good. Last year was the best year I've seen possibly ever. So, I mean, to stack this year up against that's a tall task. But this year was really good. Don't get me wrong. But I guess that'd be the option I would take also. But please vote your opinion. Tell me what you thought about the season. Hey, give me some background, too. If you're ready to sell your boat and gear, put something in the comments. Why you feel that way, or if you thought it rocked, why you thought it that way. Give us some context if you don't mind. Jason C, thanks for the super chat, man. Yeah, I hear you. It did go awful fast, didn't it? Really, really fast every year. And the older you get, the faster it goes. That is not cliche in any way. It just happens. You wonder where the time goes. Let's see who else we got on here. SBG 927, Mason McDaniel. Good to see you, Mason. Thanks for being on here. Nosler 610. Daniel Robbins, the other half of Black Sheep Lures, is on here. Good to see you, Danielle. Rico Anquir's on here. People always criticize themselves more. You do a great... thanks, Rick. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, thank you. Patrick Johan is on here from GRC Trolling Products also. Good to see you. Phil Sitar, you gonna sell your boat because you need a bigger one? Dude, isn't that the way it goes? I mean, I started off, as a kid, we had a 10-foot rowboat that we took out all the time. And we had other boats also, but I ended up taking that 10-foot rowboat with me. And then it just moved on. 10-foot to 12 to a 16 to an 8 to a 17 and an 18. And now I'm at a 31. It just, does it ever end? I don't know. Probably not. Probably should. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's talk about some things real quick here. We'll do a quick fishing report here towards the end of the video. We'll jump through some other things here before that. But if Michael Gothrop, thanks, man, for the super chat. Good to see you on here. If you missed my last live stream We do have that issue going on with the proposed no wake zone here for Manistee Lake. That meeting is on this coming Tuesday at 1 p.m. I put the meeting agenda in, or on my Facebook page rather. If you want to jump on there and check it out, if you want any information on that, that information is all there. If you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, go back and watch my last couple of videos. That'll explain it to you. I plan on being there, voicing my opinion if available, or if able rather. And if it's something that you think will affect you, please show up, voice your opinion, one way or the other. Doesn't matter, one way or the other. That's the great thing about these meetings is you get to be heard. And voices are power, without a doubt. Another thing I want to talk about real quick is if you need storage here in Manistee, if you got a boat here, if you got toys, an RV, camper, whatever it might be, classic car, who knows, whatever you need to store. I found a guy here local in Manistee, has a very, very nice storage building. It's not heated, I'll say that, but it is very well kept. It is safe, it's secure. This is the second year my boat will be there. My boat's a 31-foot, 12-foot beam, so it's a big boat. It can handle big toys. So if you're looking for something like that, I put the phone number to the guy down in the video description. His name is, what the heck is it? Ken. I didn't even have to look. I remembered it. Lucky me. Call Ken. He is down there. His prices are super good as well. That's the biggest draw that brought me to him was his prices versus everybody else in the area. So if you got a boat that you need to store, if you're in the Manistee area or just somewhere around here as well, I mean, you can bring it over here. Boat, RV, cars, trucks, I see everything in there. And it's, like I said, it's a nice, clean place. It's well secured. We haven't had any issues there. So, and the price is really good. So I wanted to give that shout out on that. I'm not getting anything out of that. Don't think I am. He's just a nice guy and runs a nice business. So I'm happy to do things like that. All right. The video title, this cannot be free. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I don't mean to be clickbaity on titles and things like that, but sometimes you got to be in YouTube. YouTube, it's a funny thing. You understand that. So anyway, what am I talking about when I say this cannot be free? On November the 8th, I want to make sure I got that date right. Yeah, November the 8th. November the 8th at 2 p.m., the Manistee River Resort, excuse me, is going to host a free fishing seminar. And the topic that's going to be covered on this one is going to be river fishing. And this is going to be more towards the people who are just getting into river fishing, maybe towards that intermediate level as well. We're going to go over the rigs, tying up your rigs, how we do it, what floats we use, what shot patterns we use, bead tying, jigs, some plug-in. We'll talk about basic strategies on the river, what we're looking for. We'll explain seams and tail outs and things like that. We'll talk about different season strategies as well. Guides will be on hand to talk about these things. Your questions will be answered. There's going to be some free stuff given away. There'll be some drawings as well as to anybody shows up. I know of one thing you're going to get for free anyway. And then it's going to last an hour and a half to 2 hours probably. There'll be a couple guys speaking. I'll probably be one of them, unless I can find somebody much better, which is not hard to do. Kevin Brescia, thanks for the super chat, dude. Thank you very much. Anyway, like I said, some giveaways to do, and then some store specials, like the things that we talked about throughout that. If you want to start getting into the river thing, it will be the time to do it because we're going to focus on that for some store specials, get you out the door, get everything to you that you're going to need, and you're going to walk out of there with a pretty darn good grip on how to walk down to the river, what to look for, how to set up your stuff, and get out there and start doing it and have a blast throughout the river, the fall, the winter, and the spring. So that is on November 8th, 2 p.m. at the Manistee River RV Resort. I'll say that backwards. The link to that is down below. This is limited to 25 people, all right? 25 is all we can do. It is free to get in, free, completely. We're not charging you a dime to show up to this. Completely open to anybody who wants to go. To sign up for it, go to my Facebook page. The link is in the description. Go to my Facebook page, and there's a place right there. I've made a post. Put your name on that post. I will write the name down in my little book. And then when we fill up those 25 spots, I'll make updates on that Facebook post and let you know when it's all filled up. Dave Robbins, thanks for the super chat, dude. Much, much appreciated, sir. So don't hesitate on that. If you want to get into this, and you really should, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll have my riverboat there also. You can check out the riverboat. You can check out rods and reels from Nova. We'll have Nova stuff on hand. There'll be specials on Nova stuff. There'll be specials on other river things. So it's all going to be right there for you. And if you got questions, there's going to be people there to answer them for you. All right? So don't hesitate on this. Jump into that Facebook page and do it right now. I don't care. Jump out of here. Go do it right now. Put your name on there. When it fills up, like I said, I will update it and let everybody know that it had filled up. This is something that we're planning on doing at the Manistee River RV Resort once a month throughout the off season. So this month we're going to cover, we'll cover the river thing because that's pretty prevalent right now, right? And then throughout the upcoming months, we'll talk about salmon season. We'll talk about lake trout. We'll talk about other things. We'll talk about late season tactics, early season tactics, plugging, flasher fly, spoons, you name it. I'll try to make sure that everybody has all their questions answered. The owner of the Manistee River RV Resort, his name is Jay. He's completely on board with this thing. He's happy to see people in there. I don't think he'll be available for this one, which is I know he's bummed out on that because he likes to be in there, meet everybody. Friendly guy. So it's going to be fun. Show up. Free, right? Free. Can't beat it. All right. Dan the Mattress Man. Yeah, 25 people. Should sell out quick. Yeah, it probably will. Probably will. Okay, that's Dave. That's something we're talking about. For the people that cannot attend, will we make a video for it? We don't know yet. That's a possibility. But the reason I'm hesitant on that is because if I say I'm going to put a video out on that, nobody's going to sign up for it. They're like, oh, I'll just watch it online. So we want to make sure that we fill up these seats. So we'll balance that out as it goes. We'll make that decision later. So I'm going to say probably not for right now, for the sake of clarity. All right. What else did I want to talk to on that? New dark blue charter shirt? From last year, Mike. Yeah, from last year. Yeah, I had these made up last year. Thanks for checking me out, dude. All right. What else did I want to talk about? It seemed like there was something more I wanted to say. Just don't miss it. It'll be a good time. All right. Thin Blue Line's on here. Good to see you, Thin Blue Line. All right, let's see who else we got on here. See what I'm missing here. Phil Pollock, a little back to you. Ice Hogs on here is a name I've seen on this channel for a long time. You got to work that weekend, man. That sucks. That's too bad. Here's another thing. If you do want to learn more on the river, you're welcome to book a trip with me. I'm pretty open through the month of November. It's always slow for me in November because everybody's out there blasting away at the whitetail. So I'm always pretty open in November. If you ever, that's what I tell most everyone, like big lake or river, anything like that. You know, people, say, what's the fastest way I can learn? Obviously going out and just doing it on your own is pretty darn fast. But if you really want to shorten that learning curve on things, grab a trip from somebody that you trust for the big water, for the river. Just grab a trip. It will be the cheapest way for you to learn. Trust me, it'll save you from going out and breaking off 300 coppers and tangling up your divers and running your downrigger balls into each other, or casting your bead rigs into a tree every 3 casts. Ask me how I know that, because I see it all the time. All the time. All right. Okay. Any questions on that? Shoot it in the comments. Yeah, Dan, I hear you, dude. Yeah, you learn so much on charters. You really, really do. I was very, very fortunate to have people show me the ropes, back 25 or so years ago when I started fishing the big lake around here. So I was very, very fortunate. So, yeah, it will shorten the learning curve for you. Anyway, if you got questions on anything, shoot it in the comments. I will be sure to answer that. Let's check out the poll real quick. Yeah, somebody just said all my signage and everything is backwards. That's a YouTube thing. I don't understand why it's like that. But whenever I do the forward-facing camera on the phone, and that's a brand new phone too, it puts everything backwards. So nothing I can do about that. Unless I do it on my other camera, which is more for the studio when I'm down there. All right. All right. Poll question. How you felt about the 2025 salmon season? If you haven't taken the poll yet, please do so. We got 80 people on here and only 55 votes, so people have not voted yet. Felt about the salmon season last year, it absolutely rocked. It was great, but you've seen better. I think that's where I'm there, but it was really darn good. Third option, slightly disappointed. Maybe next year. And then fourth option, you're ready to sell your boat and your gear. And we got 5% on ready to sell the boat and the gear. Sorry to hear that, whoever you are. Sorry you had that kind of a season. In the lead, the second option. Now, I'm not surprised on that. 54% saying it was great, but I've seen better. And then 21% saying it absolutely rocked. 19% on slightly disappointed. All right. Huey Merrill, just watch everything Blind Osprey does. Yeah, he does a good job on the boat. Yeah, my first mate, he does a good job. No doubt about it. Good fisherman. Yeah, SPG, yeah, going on a charter is like seeing everything in 3D. Kind of true. Well, it is true. It is absolutely true. Thin Blue Line. It's good to see you on here, by the way. Salmon season was great in Chicago this year. Surprisingly, still catching some Silver Kings. That's great, dude. I see you on Facebook all the time and on YouTube. You're posting your videos, so I know you're doing pretty well. Brian Alexander, good to see you. So let's talk about the fishing report real quick, then we'll turn it up. We'll open this up to any questions, anything you want. Talked to a guy the other day regarding surf fishing. He said that the water temps are just getting into the range what they're looking for surf fishing. So if you're going to get out and do some surf fishing, I think now would be about the time to go do that. So you're going to get some steelhead coming in. You'll get the occasional lake trout around shore as well, and you'll even get the occasional nomad late season juvenile king as well. But steelhead is really what those guys are looking for most of the time. So I don't have a surf fishing video on this channel. Maybe I should do one. That would be kind of fun. But sounds like it's just starting to pick up, which also means pier fishing is going to be about in the same boat. There's still some people going out on the Lake Michigan, trolling for kings, trolling for lake trout, trolling for steelhead. They're still doing pretty well out there. As far as the river goes, it's really picked up. Still, some good steelhead are coming into the system. Quite a few dinks out there yet, but those skippers are starting to get populated more with the adults. So that's good to see. And it seems like the whole system now, from the dam all the way down to the mouth. And I'm talking about, if you don't know where I'm at, if you're new to the channel, I gotta remember that sometimes. If you're new to the channel, we're here in Manistee County, Michigan, and we're fishing the big Manistee River and the little Manistee River as well at times. So, but the big Manistee River is pretty much what I'm talking about right now. So from Tippy Dam all the way down to the mouth where it goes into Lake Michigan, it seems to be populated pretty decently now with a good run of steelhead. And it's only going to get better here as the weeks go on towards wintertime. We're definitely coming into leaf season. Leaf season is a funny thing on the river. When the leaves are heavy on the water, the fish really tend to slow down. And I've heard a gazillion different reasons for it. Some people say it's some of the things that the leaves release into the water that turn the fish off. I've had people say, and this is the one I tend to go for more, it's just the cover on the water seems to spook the fish. They don't really know what's going on. There's a whole bunch of other things as well. It could be all of them mixed together. But when the leaves are heavy on the water, leaves, L-E-A-V-E-S, leaves are heavier on the water, the fishing definitely slows down out there. And that seems to be, late October, early November. And, that's when everybody's out there in gun season anyway for deer. So there's less boats on there for that reason as well as because of the leaves. So Jeff Abram, hey, 10 for 11 yesterday on the shelf, straight out of Manistee, 70 and 120 foot of water. Heck yeah, man. Good job. 5 in the box before 8 a.m. 6 kings, 4 steelhead. Dude, that's great. Glad to hear that, Jeff. Thanks for throwing that on there. Pretty much a bead bite right now on the river. We got some stained water from the rain over the last few days. My best bead color when it stains up like this early season, I lean towards the Nova Tackle 10 millimeter soft beads. That's all I run anyways, Nova Tackle soft beads, but the 10 millimeter, possibly even a 12 if it's really, really dirty. but their color's like goblin. I think that's what it's called. Look for the ones that are chartreuse. That's what I'm trying to say. Those chartreuse colored beads and the peach colored beads seem to really do well. Just when the water stains up like that. They got another one that's called BFO. I know that stands for bright bleeping orange, and that thing can do well in stained water also. But as that water starts to clear, go back to more of your natural colors. That peach is still going to do really well for you. The Nova, the 007, and the Secret Agent have some really, really nice washed out egg colors. They can be really effective at that time as well. There was one last year. Morning Mist was fantastic this time last year also. Lit them over washed out chartreuse. Really, really good. So that's what you should be looking for right now as far as, who knows? Hope I'm right. But those are the beads I'll be running right now for sure. And they do well. They do really well this time. So what am I missing here in the chat? Okay, so let's open it up to Q&A also. If you got anything that you want to ask, feel free to ask. I'll answer what I can. Phil started going to lake trout jigging in South Haven the next couple of days. Hey, absolutely have fun. Huey Merrill, that's your second super chat, dude. What are you doing? Crazy. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, the super chat goal. That's what. Yeah. Where are we at in the super chat goal? We're at 6 out of 10. If you want to make a super chat to the channel, it is very much appreciated. It goes a long way, especially when I got to pay my cameraman / editor to make all these great videos for you. We're going to have some on the river here soon, too, as well. Jim Dabrowski, thanks for the super chat also, man. We're 3 away from the goal. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. All right, what am I missing on the goat here? SPG 927, yeah. Great question. This time of the year, is it helpful going out on the big lake in the same patterns you did like before sun up, near sundown? Yes, definitely. The fish still like to feed in those early morning and late afternoon feeding times, without a doubt. With steelhead around, though, it's nice. You can still pick up some of those late morning, midday type things as well. But early morning, late afternoon, it's going to be your best times. Dave Suzma, with the limit reduced to 1 steelhead, how do you release them? I like to keep the first one. Yeah, that great advice there, Dave. So the worst way you can release a steelhead in the river is to turn it around, hold it by the tail, so its nose is facing downstream, because now you're just flooding the back of the gills. You're basically killing the fish. If you can find yourself a boga grip, and I found them online pretty cheap. A boga grip is like a caliper. You can put it on the bottom jaw of the fish. You can put their face down into the water. You can hang onto that grip handle, and it allows the water to run naturally through the mouth and out through their gills. Give them a little wiggle. You'll tell when they start coming. Some fish are gone like that, but you'll feel them start to come alive. When you feel that they're strong enough to let them go, you just pull back on that boga grip, and they're off and gone. Off and gone. That is my favorite way to keep them pretty lively. The other thing, try not to handle them very much. My riverboat net is pretty deep, so when I do net a fish, I tend not to bring it into the boat unless I know the customer wants to keep it. I tend to leave it in the water, the net hanging over the side, let the water naturally spill over the fish, work that hook off that fish, while it's still in the water in that net. If you bring it in the boat, you're bouncing off the bottom, or people want to take pictures. I get that. Be very, very gentle, though. Try to wet your hands before you handle the fish. Make sure if you are going to take pictures, and I learned this the hard way, have people get towards the bottom of the boat. If they're standing up with that fish, and that fish kicks and comes out of their hands, that's a long way for that fish to fall to the bottom of the boat. Where if they're taking a knee, kneeling at the bottom of the boat, it's not so far if they lose control of that fish. Just be gentle with them. They're not fragile fish, really. They're pretty hardy fish, but do everything you can to get them back in the water. Let the next angler get after them. That was a good question, though, Dave. Really good question. All right, what am I missing here? Jim Dabrowski, super chatting. You're a good dude. I already saw that, but I just want to say it again. Bill Gerlach, good to see you. All right, I believe that's it for the questions. If you got any more coming, let me know. Happy to answer anything that I can. Otherwise, we'll get out of here. People got better things to do. Hope your football team's doing well this week. Oh, wanted to say this to my mom. It's my mom's birthday day. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. Hope you had a great birthday. We'll talk real soon, but happy birthday to my mom. Michael Gothrop, do you find skein orange useful at all for fall or winter steelhead? Not so much the skein, Mike. I find spawn bags much more not user friendly, but much more active, or much more, you know what I'm trying to say, better for the winter steelhead. Skein, you know, the king thing in the fall, absolutely, they destroy those things. And I've caught steelhead on skein in the fall as well, but it seems that spawn bags really take over more in the natural colors as well. And I don't like my spawn bags that I use when I do fishing for kings. I tie them pretty darn big. I go down to a really small, much smaller spawn bag size when I'm using them for steelhead. And honestly, throughout the winter months, I'm mainly a bead guy. But if I do go to spawn, and there's times spawn will outproduce beads without a doubt. But like a thumbnail size spawn bag is about all I use for steelhead throughout the winter time. Sometimes going really, really small is what those fish want. Like when you go in with jigs. Last year I was fishing 1/16 jigs, and I had a guy in the boat. He's like, yeah, I fished the 1/32, and he was destroying the fish. So sometimes that minimizing is really, really key to getting those fish to bite. Good question though, Mike. Speaking of that guy, Bob Hunter, there he is. Yeah, Bob, great point. Don't stick your fingers in the gills. Don't pick them up by the gills. Try to be as gentle as you can. Yeah, anything you can do to keep those fish from getting damaged. Huey Merrill, throughout Mascot Reel Service, knows now's the time to have your reels done. I'm picking my, yeah, definitely. Now is the time you want to get your reels done. That's a great shout out, Huey, and I'll second that. Mascot Reel Service on Facebook. Scott Argertsinger, good friend of mine, good fisherman. He will get your reels up to speed, drags upgraded, repaired, whatever you want. He's cheap and he's super fast. Now's the time to get it. Look him up on Facebook. What wire do I run on my wire diver rods? Torpedo. Torpedo is about the best you're going to find around here. I've used other companies, and I'm not going to say their names. I've said them before on this channel, but there are some big name companies that have done me wrong with wire. Broken off way too many things. Not just fish, just divers snapping off for no reason. So Torpedo is about the best luck I've had around here. Good question though. Mr. M Rampage. I don't know what that says. Good question though. Blue Line Outdoors, wax worms, winter for sure. Smaller, yeah. Blue Line, absolutely. So I'm talking about that jig and waxies. When it was Bob Hunter, he's on here right now. He was on my boat last year, and like I said, I was fishing the 1/16 jigs, or maybe somebody else. We got talking about that. Anyway, he was fishing the 1/32, and he was having great success with that. So I really took notice of that. That's why I like fishing with other people. You know, there's so many things you can learn from just watching what other people do. You know, have you ever have you ever stopped learning? If you ever like give up that passion to stop learning, man, you might as well just call it quits. You should always be trying to watch what other people are doing to pick up a few tips and tricks, as long as they're willing to share them with you. You know what I mean? All right. How many people we got? 70 on here. You're welcome. Let's close the poll down. End that poll. 53%, the second option. It was great, but you've seen better. Yeah, I get it. That poll should be popping up for you in the chat. Don't forget this coming Tuesday, 1 p.m. If you want to speak your voice, or if you just want to stick your head in and listen, the meeting will be held at the Manistee City Council regarding that no wake zone. The meeting agenda is on my Facebook page. If you want to get it on that free seminar on November 8th at the Manistee River RV Resort, sign up on my Facebook page. That post is on there. It's completely free. You'll have guides there, answer your questions, show you basics, talk about how you can get out there throughout the winter or this fall and get after some steelhead on the river. I mean, the Manistee River is world class. If you're here, or if you're around the Muskegon, the PM, the Little, But Betsy, I mean, get out there, get after those fish. Winter is a great time to fish those fish. Bob, you've been busy tying spawn, bead leaders, and painting beads. Dude, heck yeah. It is definitely that time. So if you want to sign up for that, do so on my Facebook page. And then again, if you need storage, if you need your boat, your RV, camper, whatever, vehicles, that phone number is down in the video description. Call Ken. He will get you hooked up at a good price and a good facility here in Manistee. So, all right, that's it. You're very welcome, Michael Lessard. Sorry, Michael Lessard. I think I got it right. You're welcome, Mike. You're absolutely welcome. Dan, welcome to you also. We'll close her down right there. Have a great week, everybody. I will see everybody back here again next Sunday night, if not sooner. All right, take care.